Jones. Yeah. Chitty bang, and we pretty much amazing. Can we hear your new song, please? I got you.
Hey guys, so I have a review for you guys today. I've been planning to do this review for a few weeks now, but it's basically just going to be on the Maybelline Fit Me foundation and the Revlon Colorstay, and the powders as well that you can get with them. The reason why I wanted to do a review on these is because these are the two foundations that I've found that I've really liked, that are kind of more expensive. Usually the one that I use is a CoverGirl one, and it's like $7 that I can get it for, but I've really been liking these two. There's different things that I like about them. There was one of them I just really loved, and then just found the new one, and then I really like that. So I wanted to sort of give you guys my opinion on them, and tell you what I think about them, who they work best for and stuff. So I'm just going to get straight into it. The first one I'll do is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I got one in the colour 120, this is 115. 120 was probably a better colour for me. The 115 is more pinky undertoned. But the one thing that I do have to say that I like is that they do have a good range of colours for you, plus you can get matching blush and the powder and everything, which is what I do like, plus the concealer as well. That's one thing I do like about the Fit Me range. I also got the powder in 120, and the powder is just in this little compact, lift it up, just the powder like that, and then you flip it up, and then it has a mirror at the bottom, and then a little place where you can put your puffer. Is it puffer? I don't know, but your little powder thing. I think I'll get straight onto this first. The reason I don't like this is mainly because I'm not really like a pressed powder person. I don't really like them just because they don't last that long as a loose powder does, and I do like the finish that they give after you apply foundation, but mainly it's just like, I think the powder for this is around $15 and the foundation is around $18 that I can get it for. But the powder, like for $15, you really don't get much. Like, you can see how much you get. It's probably only like half a centimetre. But I do like the powder. I do like the feel that it gives. I like how soft and smooth it makes your foundation look. The other thing I don't like is the fact that if you do want to use a powder and you want to apply it and use a mirror, you have to keep lifting it up and down, and it's just, I just think it's annoying to use. But it is a nice powder. It does work really well with foundation. I did try the Rimmel London, I think it was the Stay Matte powder with it, and it didn't work very well with the foundation. It just sort of made it really spotty, I guess. It didn't really make it like blotchy, it was more spotty. So onto the foundation. When I first got this, I absolutely fell in love with this foundation. I thought it was really good. It blended in really well to my skin. I used my Napoleon Purtis, the normal flat foundation brush, and then I got the e.l.f. stippling brush, and then I think I used my Sigma Brown Kabuki foundation brush. I'm not too sure. So I absolutely fell in love with this. The foundation does last me quite a while, but then as I got more into watching a lot of more reviews on this, and I just sort of realised that I have pretty oily skin, and it does make your skin look more oily than it usually is. That's the one thing I have to say about this foundation. It's probably my only problem with it. It doesn't last very long either, but the main factor is just about an hour after you apply it, it does make your skin really oily, which means it makes your foundation come off so much easier. You really do have to keep reapplying the powder, which also sucks because then you use more of it than you should. So I definitely say that this foundation is probably a lot better for normal or dry skin. I really don't think it's that good for oily skin at all. But you never know, it could just be my type of skin possibly. Maybe I'm more oily than usual than normal people, and it might work for people with oily skin. But for me, it just doesn't work. It's really good though because it does have SPF 18 in it. But I wear moisturiser that has SPF in it anyway, but I just prefer this foundation for normal to dry skin. So onto my Revlon Colorstay. This is the Revlon Colorstay makeup it's a 24-hour one. I'm pretty sure they've just come out with a new Revlon Colorstay, and the packaging of it is just like normal. It just says Revlon Colorstay. Mine has all this stuff on the front of it. But mine is in the colour 180 Sand Beige. I was going to get, I don't remember what the other shade was. There was another shade that I was going to get, but they didn't have any left, so I just got this one. And I'd have to say, this is one foundation that has matched my skin tone absolutely perfectly. I've never really found a foundation that has, like, matched the colour of my face to my neck. Usually it's too pink, it's too dark, it's way too light, and then you have to apply a powder, and the powder is too dark, and it doesn't go well with the foundation, so you end up having, like a mask, looking like a mask anyway. So on to my review about this one. I did get the Revlon, I don't know if this is the actual Revlon Colorstay, yeah, the Revlon Colorstay pressed powder, and it's just a normal little compact. You have the powder, you can tell that I've used this, put paint on it, and it comes with the mirror. So this doesn't have the little compartment to put your puffer in, which I don't really mind anyway. I prefer to use my brush, powder brush. You do get a lot more product compared to the Fit Me, as you can tell the difference. You do get so much more. Plus, I'd say this one definitely would last a lot longer than the Fit Me would. It does only take a couple times until I hit pan on this one. This is probably taking me, I'd say about 2 to 3 weeks, maybe 2 and a bit weeks, around that. This powder works amazingly with the foundation, as it should. So I absolutely love this powder, especially the finish that it gives after you apply it to your foundation. It looks really well. I am wearing a Revlon Colorstay today as well. So back onto the foundation. This one is for combination to oily skin, so it's perfect for me. I got this cheaper at a chemist at a shopping centre that I go to. I think I got this for about $15. Maybe it was $20-ish. Usually retails for about $30-something depending on where you go. I know it's about $30 at Big W and Kmart and Target. So it is, Revlon for me in Australia is a really expensive brand, which is why I don't really buy a lot of their stuff. I mainly only buy it because I find it on sale or anything, so I don't really have that much Revlon stuff because it is so expensive. But Maybelline is one of my favourite makeup brands, so I do have a lot of stuff from them. So onto the foundation. I love the consistency of this foundation. It is sort of very light and creamy and soft. It's a really buildable foundation. I've sort of leaned towards using my e.l.f. stippling brush for this foundation. I don't know why, I just prefer how it looks when I use a stippling brush. I think over the next couple of days I might use my Sigma round kabuki to see if I can see any difference, but so far I've loved using my stippling brush for this. I think it gives the foundation such a cleaner look and sort of not more natural, just kind of more natural, but not so much look like, you know, I have no foundation on. So this is a really good foundation to cover up anything. I don't really have a good concealer at the moment, but even just putting like a tiny bit of concealer and then I rub it in, it kind of rubs off. But this covers up everything perfectly, and it's not a cakey foundation either. I don't think it looks cakey at all. The powder that comes with it makes it look so much better. It says that it's 24 hours. I haven't worn it for 24 hours, but I can tell you that I think it was yesterday. I get up for work at about 3:30 in the morning and I put my foundation on. So I'd say probably about from 3:30 in the morning-ish till about, I'd say about 11:30, 12 o'clock. Then it sort of started to come off slightly. My skin did look more dewy. Not necessarily completely oily, but dewy, and it looked like the foundation was sort of rubbing off. So I'd probably say a good 6 hours it would last for. That's how it was for me. Another thing I love about the Revlon Colorstay is that I've heard a lot of people say that they don't really have like a good colour range. I think they do. I think their colours are very close to normal to people's skin tones. I personally think that their colour range is fairly good. So my skin didn't really get oily with this at all. It didn't really do anything that I didn't like about it really. I don't really have any problems with this so far. I have only used it for a couple weeks. And that was the same when I used the Fit Me one. I used it for like 2 months. I actually should mention that with the powder, with this, I think I went through about 5 or 6 of these. And I think I went through about 4 of them just with one whole bottle. And then I got a couple more when I bought a new bottle, which is a lighter one. So you do go through a lot of powder. As you can see, I am sort of running out of the powder for this one. I am going to try a new powder to see if I like it, because this powder is so expensive. I think I'm going to try the Maybelline, it's like a matte powder, I'm pretty sure it is. And I think it's a loose powder as well, so I'm going to see how that goes with this. If you want to know how it works with this foundation, then leave a comment below. Just because the Revlon powder that I bought is so expensive, I don't really want to keep repurchasing it. That's why I haven't got another one as of yet, because it is so expensive. So I'm definitely going to be trying a different powder with this, just to see how it works. So if you do want to know how that goes, leave a comment below. So far I have been loving this foundation. I'm almost certain that I will definitely repurchase this. I don't think I would ever buy it from Target just because it is expensive, so I'd probably go back to the chemist that I bought it from. So I definitely think this is definitely a good foundation for oily skin. I know that they do have one for dry skin, I'm pretty sure. But I really love this foundation. I love the feel of it, I love the look of it, I love how it looks 5 hours after you've applied it. It really doesn't need that much touching up. If you are touching your face a lot, for me, I do touch my face a lot, so it does come off quite quicker. But I do think this foundation is definitely worth the money that it is. I don't think I'll ever change for a while now. But I sort of heard this foundation from xoxo. So that's where I heard it from, and she said she loved it. I know that she has oily skin as well, and she said it works for her, and she's always gone back to this foundation. I think it might be the same for me as well. I do love this foundation. So that's my review for the Maybelline Fit Me and the Revlon Colorstay. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful to you at all. If you do use either of these foundations, leave a comment below and tell me how you found it for your skin type or anything. If you would like to see any more reviews on products that I've used, leave a comment below as well. Don't forget to check out my Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Every time I post a video, I always tell you guys on Twitter, so definitely check that out. If you have any videos you would like me to do, then just leave a comment below and I'll be happy to do them for you. I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.
I got you. Hey yo, I once was a kid, all I had was a dream. More money, more problems, when I get it, I'ma pile it up. Now I'm dope, want the bread we can toast, so fresh how we flow, everybody get this down.